Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show, we're doing an in-depth episode on Liseberg, which is located in the heart of Gothenburg, which is located in Sweden. Now, I have been to Liseberg once, and that was last year. I had an absolutely great time, which is why there's a Liseberg review, which is also on my channel, and a news review. So let's kind of cover over what they're going to be doing in the future. So pretty much this year, they'll be building a new Intermin Gyro, which is going to be the tallest in Europe. And the year after, 2018, they're going to be building a B&M dive coaster, which is also going to be the tallest in Europe. And the rides they're replacing, the Spin Rock and Canonium, are probably two of the weakest rides at the park, so there's a definite improvement there from Liseberg. But it does beg a small question, the fact that they kind of are landlocked over a major road network on one side and Gothia Towers on the other, and pretty much like other housing and buildings around it. There's only so much space in which they can expand, so they have a very long list of former rides, and that is because they only have so much space in which they can build their amusement park and improve it. Now, don't get me wrong, in the last 5 years, including up to 2018, it will become a really major theme park. There will be 2 major new roller coasters and 5 major new thrill rides built in that short period of time. And they are looking to be a really good European park. I mean, the fact they're in the heart of the city as well, within walking distance of pretty much every city centre hotel, is also excellent. The only downside, obviously, is the fact they have this chronic lack of space. I mean, the only other roller coasters I can really see them build are like the S&S kind of 3D spinning rides that I can see them building in that space. They can fit in, they don't take much. Also, maybe like several other type of small thrill rides could be built, unless they want to start removing some of the more iconic rides at the park, which would possibly be a massive mistake. It's a theme park which generally is very nice, as if you see in my review. I mean, they have 2 major world-class roller coasters. Helix, second favourite roller coaster I've ever been on, has everything pretty much, and Volvo is just outside the top 10, probably like 11 or 12. That is a great roller coaster as well, well worth going on it just for those. They then have a flurry of really high quality thrill rides. Top tip, if you go on the S&S swing ride, make sure you go on it facing towards Helix and such. When you swing out, you go kind of over a slight cliff and such. It's really cool, it really adds to the ride. And also when you swing the other way, you come pretty close to the Helix track, which is also pretty cool. Also, another top tip, make sure you go on Helix at night. It's a great ride whether in the front and the back, so it doesn't particularly matter where you sit on it. It's definitely a top quality ride. Also, top tip, make sure you only go on Atmosphere at night, because it is a pretty dull ride, and Gothenburg looks pretty beautiful at night, so it at least makes it a really cool observation tower ride for part of it, and then a really mediocre drop tower for the second half. But also, other than Liseberg being kind of landlocked, they obviously do have some excellent rides, such as Helix and Volvo. Those are for rides. They also have some excellent water rides, which really do complement the roller coasters really nicely. The log flume, there's a video on my channel as well, which is me just messing about on it really, but it's a really cool water ride there, and the rapids are also really good fun. Both of which don't really need to be touched. They possibly could do with a kind of splash battle type kind of idea. That would work really nicely, unless it's too cold for that, but it's never too cold. Obviously, there's some really good food options at Liseberg, most of which are sit down. So there's a lot of kind of proper restaurants. They have a proper vegetarian restaurant, for example, but then they do have like a Burger King if you wanted to fast food. I'd highly recommend sitting down. It's open for a large period of the day, so it makes a lot of sense to sit down, take a little bit of a breather, and have something which is really tasty. Overall, most of the park's employees speak a really acceptable level of English. You'll be able to understand them. It's the same with Gothenburg as a whole, as a city. You'll be able to get by very comfortably. If you do happen to do island, book a 2-day ticket, which I'd highly recommend going for 2 days, you will find that you have to find the little booths to pick up your wristbands from. They can be a little bit awkward to find, and they can be a little bit difficult to pick out from all of the other clutter and stuff like that, which is along the main kind of high street of Liseberg. They also can be a little bit understaffed, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but that might just be a little bit of a poor timing on my behalf. Also, it should be noted that you should not go to Liseberg on a Swedish bank holiday. It is a lot busier, so please check ahead and make sure you don't do what we did for our second day and find out that the park was 10 times busier than it was the day before because it was a bank holiday. Obviously, still a really enjoyable day. It's a really good park. It's a park which is going places. Obviously, a little bit concerned about the lack of space they have, but with such tips as making sure you get there in good time, you get the 2-day ticket, you can book online, even though this page is in Swedish, which means you have to kind of translate it, which can also be quite awkward to book online. So just be aware that that might be a little bit of a pain in the backside, but nothing you shouldn't be able to overcome with a little bit of time and effort. The park itself is easy to walk to, which is also great. The front entrance is really nice and cool, and really gives you a really open, welcome feeling to Liseberg. There's no real rush to ride any of the roller coasters as soon as possible. Even though I would recommend, if you go on Helix and the entrance is here, is literally just right here, and then like literally just around the corner there is people waiting. I would possibly leave it. That can be an easy hour-and-a-half queue for you, and you may decide to go and do something else. It is a very easy ride to make it your last ride of the day as well. It's pretty damn good. So pretty much overall, and it shouldn't be too much of a surprise for people that I really love Liseberg. I mean, it's a sort of theme park which has been open for 90 years, and it has all the charm and like charisma of the park which has been open that long. It's in a great location. The location just has everything. It's one of the main reasons I really enjoy it as a park. So easy to get to, and it has such a cool kind of surrounding. The rides there are obviously high quality. The staff are really good. The food's really good. It's just a really generally quite good park. It's not ridiculously expensive, even though I wouldn't say it was cheap. It's affordable. It's an easy 2-day park, and there are so many little kind of great little rides and attractions, and there's lots of really good food places as well. If you're lucky, it'll be a really nice warm day, at which point Liseberg will look pretty beautiful. Hopefully you've enjoyed the in-depth episode. Like, comment and subscribe, guys, and hopefully I will catch you this time next week for another in-depth video, which will probably be on Heidi Park. Right, catch you guys later.